Hello, your girl Gabby Turner here with another pick a card reading. Can you believe your luck? I can't believe it, but here I am. The topic of today's pick a card reading is, why do you stay on their mind? Presuming, of course, that you do. Why do you stay on their mind? So this is a little bit of a self-indulgent title, but here we go. I think it'll be fun. We've got three options represented by tarot cards from the Cosmic Tarot deck, one of my favorite decks. Number one is the Five of Swords. Number two is the Wheel of Fortune. And number three is the Two of Wands. So those are your three options. I've got timestamps listed for you down below, as well as information on how you can purchase a personal reading, which I highly recommend. You will not regret it. And also, if you'd like to leave a tip, there's a link somewhere down below for that as well. If this is just extra special for you, or if the channel is extra special for you. All right, that said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Take a moment to decide which option or options are calling out to you. And when you're ready, use the timestamps. I'll see you there. Hello, Group 1. You chose the Five of Swords. Welcome to your reading. Let's see why you are staying on their mind. What is it about you? What is it about the connection? What is it about them? What is it about life? What is it that's keeping you on their mind? I'm keeping my ears warm right now. I'm looking ridiculous at the moment. How are you? Let me know how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. All right. Okay, for Group 1, what is the person? What is it about Group 1? Okay. You can put this person in their place. They like that about you. Strength and the Four of Pentacles. You put them in their place. It's like you have a firm but dominant capability with them. Yeah, I don't, it's not like you're coming on strong. It's like, we have the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Like, they know that in terms of putting them in their place or keeping them in their place or whatever, you do it with a gentleness and grace, right? Look at the expressions on both of these women's face. Plus the number 6 generally speaks to harmony and balance. It's the number of the Lover's card. So it's like basically you're treating them as an equal, but you're treating them as an equal in such a way that it puts them in their place as an equal versus as your superior. So they like the fact that you equalize them. It's like you do make them feel, in doing that, you do make them feel slightly uncomfortable. It's like they're aware of some sort of power dynamic, but you're not overpowering them. You're coming at them with equal power. It's like you have enough trust in yourself. You have enough self-preservation to see yourself as a true equal. It's like they kind of like it, but they also kind of are like, what's that about? You know, and so they can't stop thinking about you because they're like, how did you do that? How did you put me in my place? And when I'm asking, like what is, I mean, what's their typical thing then? Or like what? So the question that we're asking is not necessarily what do they like about you. I feel like they're not sure if they like this about you. It definitely makes them pause in their tracks and think about it, like, what's going on here? I'm not sure how I feel about this. but I see what you're doing. You know, so I was asking the deck here, like, well, what are they used to? You know, if they're not used to people treating them as an equal or whatever, if that's like setting you apart in such a way that they can't stop thinking about you, it must not be what they're used to, right? So I'm like, 9 of Wands is what they're used to. I think they're used to, yeah, it's like this little cat with a smirk on its face up here. They're used to making people feel scared or unsettled. They're used to getting their way at other people's expense, I feel. This person is used to getting their way at other people's expense, and I think that they do it in kind of sneaky ways so that it looks like maybe they're the angel when really they're kind of like, yeah, they get to look like the good guy, but they're painting things in such a way. Like, do you see here, like, very angelic presence, right? Star card, very positive, but there's a dead fish down here. Why, if this person is so angelic, is there a dead fish in the water? Yeah, they're, okay, so I've already said it, but I'm just going to say it again, just to even clarify it in my own mind. This person is used to being able to paint things in such a way as like, I'm the goody two-shoes angel, but they're sort of secretly conniving because they get other people to do what they want in manipulative ways, and they put people on edge. But it's very, yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. It's giving like psychopath energy, to be honest, because psychopaths are very good at that. Like, they're good at presenting a certain very glowy image when the truth is actually that they're making everyone else miserable, or they're pulling strings in a very uncomfortable way. But anyway, you don't do that. It's like you see this person for who they are, and it's not even necessarily that you see them as a bad person or anything like that. You're just like, I see that we are equals. I see that I don't have to like bend down and kiss your shoes and act like you're a saint or like the second coming of Jesus Christ, because you're not. You are not that. Okay, why can't this person keep you off their mind? I mean, to be honest, sometimes they do get you off their mind. If at any moment they sense that they have made you feel a little bit unsettled or insecure, you know, they would prefer that you feel insecure. They want people to feel inferior to them. But they don't go about it in an obvious way. It's not like that mean person who's going around saying how wonderful they are. This person does it in very subtle ways. They know how to pull strings and get other people to act and respond in a sort of like, oh yes, I'm nothing compared to you. Right? They're used to that. So if there ever has been a moment when you have like come across as insecure, like, they pick up on it very quickly because that's what they want. If they get a sort of insecure reaction in people, that helps them to feel suddenly like, I'm amazing. Because someone else felt insecure, so if they're feeling insecure, it must be because I'm amazing. And I have nothing to feel insecure about, right? Because this person's always running from their insecurity. But why else are you always on their mind? You have the Ten of Pentacles there. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles. And there might literally be something that ties the two of you together over the years, like family or workplace or just knowing the same people for many years. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. It feels like one or both of you have chosen to leave an ongoing situation. It's like maybe you worked together for a long time and then you parted ways, but there was still a significant amount of time, effort, or energy put into the place or the situation in which, the context in which you know each other was such an important time in both of your lives that even if you have moved on from that context, like it could have been a workplace or school years or whatever, like whatever it was, even if one or both of you have moved on from that context, that was a defining moment in your all's lives. And so you're part of that. And so that's another reason why they can't stop thinking about you, because they think back generally about this time in their life, or this context, this place, whatever it happens to be, where they knew you from is important. And so by association, they think about you. Let me get a little more information here for you. So, like I said, I feel like there's a mixture here, because when they think about you, there are moments when they feel what I was picking up at the beginning, where like you really put this person in their place as an equal, all of that I said. But then there are other moments that they remember where they feel that it was the opposite, which I've also remembered. So they have memories of both. They have memories of you coming across as someone who knew your footing with them, saw your worth, saw your value, saw yourself as an equal to them. It's like you came across as confident at certain times, and maybe a little bit less confident at other times. And I don't know why this is coming up, that they saw both. So what are, Spirit Guides, what are you trying to tell us? I feel like, I mean, I'm not trying to paint this person as a bad person. I do feel like they have a bit of a strong ego, though. So it's like all of these memories, regardless of in the memory they're having of you, you're confident or insecure. I think they try to take that memory with them. They carry those memories with them in such a way, like they rewrite the story of those moments in their head in order to sort of aggrandize themselves, or it's like they retell those stories in their head in a way that makes them look better. Yeah, they're definitely revising history a little bit in their head to make them feel good about this themselves. I do feel like this person really struggles with insecurity, but so they have all these tactics to cover up that insecurity. Yeah, I mean, this person is struggles a lot with comparing themselves to other people. They are a very sensitive person, I think. They're very sensitive, and they like a sense of being grounded. With the King of Cups upright, the Queen of Pentacles reverse, and the Ace of Swords. Like, this person's understanding of themselves is very much in flux. And so they're constantly trying to maintain a stable sense of self, and also a stable sense of I'm good enough. They're always running from any possible feeling of being too vulnerable or too lacking in confidence. They never want to feel a lack of confidence. Sorry, I mean, a lot is coming through about this person, but the question is, why is this person always thinking of you? Why are you always on their mind? I do feel like this person, they do also view you as like a genuine friend. Like, they could always trust what you said. Like, you spoke honestly to them. Even when your voice would shake. I mean, like, sometimes maybe it wasn't easy for you to speak your truth, but they knew that they would always get the truth from you. Like, they knew that you weren't someone who would just kiss their ass, you know what I mean? So that's something else that they remember about you. Yeah, they do also feel that you were someone who really didn't like it if you felt that there was a lack of integrity going on. It's like, I don't know, that's just what I'm getting from this combination. Like, and also they feel that you're the kind of person who really doesn't like it if the people that you care about are allowing themselves to lower their own integrity. Also, they feel like you are someone who's not afraid to look at things very differently, even if it makes you seem like the bad guy, right? Like, you'll question the status quo, even if you know, like, speaking your own truth is going to somehow make you look like the bad guy. You're still willing to do that. You're not always trying to paint yourself as a saint. You're coming more from a place of integrity and yeah, and you're willing to get burnt for speaking your truth. I feel like this person, if they, because they do compare themselves to other people a lot, when they compare themselves to you, they feel that maybe they've taken more of the easy way out. They're like, why would I speak an uncomfortable truth just to have integrity? Like, when I can just say what I know that everyone wants me to say, like, and come across like a goody two-shoes and like have the easy way. Like, they view you as someone who, you might enjoy the fruits of your labor, but it comes at a cost. And they're like, why work harder than you have to? I think they feel like the two of you are playing the game of life in very different ways. But they do feel that what you have in common is that you are both deep down very, like, emotionally sensitive people. It's just you handle it differently. You're emotionally sensitive, but you say how you really feel about things. They're emotionally sensitive, and so they try to make sure that everyone loves them, even if their own behavior towards people isn't genuine. They're like, well, at least people like me. People think that I'm a saint. People think that I'm, you know, the nicest person around. I definitely feel like you challenge this person's approach to the game of life, though, because sometimes they're looking at your choices and they're like, I don't know why Group 1 is choosing to endanger themselves, to endanger their reputation even, by saying such an unpopular opinion or speaking an uncomfortable truth. But they're like, you know what? I high-key respect that, actually. Because I think there are times when you said certain things that this person was thinking themselves, and they're kind of like, thank God Group 1 went out there and said it, because they're like, almost like the whipping boy for me. Like, they said it so that I don't have to. But at least it got said. Alright. You are coming through with scapegoat energy, Group 1. You get the flack for doing and saying the things that are needing to be said and done, even though you're also the one who gets painted as the bad person for doing it, ironically. Yeah, this Devil card keeps coming up. I mean, interestingly, like, this person is very proud of their association with you. Like, it makes them feel flattered that they have an association with you. You know? Like, it's almost like it gives them clout or popularity. Also, the fact that you would end up taking the flack for certain things, it's like it made it easier for them. Because again, this person loves being able to walk away being the good guy, and like, I didn't have to say, you know, I didn't have to call so-and-so out, or I didn't have to do this or that, or Group 1 did it for me, and so I still get to be the one everyone likes, who's not ruffling feathers. But like I said, in subtle ways, they do like to, it's not necessarily ruffle people's feathers, but in subtle ways, they do like to, like, trigger other people's inferiority complex. I feel like this person really likes being the most popular one in the group, or the most popular in the room, or whatever. And in order to maintain that feeling, they have to ensure that other people are not feeling that sense of popularity or confidence or whatever. Yeah, this 9 of Wands. They like other people feeling uncertain. They like it when they see other people feel uncertain of their place in the group. Like, oh, does the group like me? Does the group accept me? Maybe everyone here hates me. They like it when they see other people feeling that way, because then they don't have to feel that. So that's like mean girl or mean guy energy, you know? Even if they do it in subtle ways. Alright, anything else? I just feel in general this person views you as someone who chooses to suffer unnecessarily, and they're just like, oh, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I think that they are like, why aren't you just choosing the easier path? Like, there's a way to choose the easier path, and why aren't you just doing that? They're like, work smarter, not harder. This is the advice this person would give you if they could, because it's how they feel that they live their own life. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here, but I feel like literally they feel like you're working harder than you need to. Like maybe even in like what you do for money or something, or what you do for a job. They're like, why are you working so hard? And you're not even getting like paid very well or something. You're not getting paid equal to the amount of work you're putting in. They're just like, I would never do that. They're like, I would always find the easy way. They're like, why aren't you just finding the easy way? That this person is kind of baffled by you. Choosing the hard way in life. And it's not, I mean, we did talk before about integrity, but sometimes they're just seeing it as just like, why are you suffering? Like you're purposely putting yourself through suffering and like making it harder for yourself. And they're just like, you know, if something doesn't feel good to me, I move on. So anyway, they don't see you as being that way. They do not feel that you just move on if something doesn't feel good to you, or if people aren't being nice to you or kind to you. They feel like you kind of put up with it for a long time or something. So, I mean, in a way, like this person, if they could, they would almost be like, not that you have solicited this from them, right? This is their unsolicited advice coming through in a psychic sense, but like, they definitely feel like they know better how. They're like, I know group one could do X, Y, or Z differently, and their life would be so much easier. X, Y, and Z. But they also don't really want to help you into an easier life either. Like I feel like this is even the kind of person who, if they were giving you actual advice, they would go about it like giving you subtly bad advice to lead you down a weird breadcrumb in order to like make you look stupid or trip you up somehow. Because again, they want other people to be insecure around them. Anyway, this person's a piece of work. But good for them that they have an easy life. While they're giving people purposefully misleading advice to get them to make... They try to get people to make bad life choices. That's funny. It's not funny. But it's like kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I don't want to spend any more time in this person's energy. I don't think that, I mean, I'm not getting like they're evil or whatever. It's just like, wow, this person is a piece of work, you know. But anywho, let's leave it there. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye. All right, group 2, welcome to your reading. Let's find out why they can't keep you, why do you stay on their mind? That's how I worded it. Can't keep you off their mind. Why do you stay in their mind? Why are they always thinking of you? Okay. Well, as I'm shuffling, I'm splitting the deck, and so I get the Hermit card and the Ten of Cups. I feel like this person does feel some sort of empathy with you, like it's an unstated empathy. I'm getting one of you, I feel like they're the Hermit and you're the Ten of Cups, but in this Ten of Cups, she's almost giving Hermit energy, right? She's off to herself. She looks a little bit sad or melancholy, very lost in her thoughts. But I feel like this person feels similarly to you, like they might feel Like there's something about themselves that they feel maybe most people wouldn't understand, or nobody understands except for you, group 2. It has something to do with how they have gone about constructing their life, or I don't know, tell me more about this. Three of Pentacles. It has something to do with expectations when it comes to group efforts. The expectations, trying to meet other people's expectations. It's almost like fitting a square peg in a round hole type of a thing. Like this person wants to contribute to some sort of group situation or group dynamics, but they feel like they're sort of an odd duck, or like, oh, I don't ever quite totally fit in. And yet I do know that I have a valuable contribution to make in the world, or in this setting. It could be in this workplace, it could be at church, it could be, I don't know, as a member of the community or something, with this Three of Pentacles. But they feel like maybe you're the same way. Like, okay, I think group 2 also feels like they have something valuable to contribute. The sun is making an odd stripe on my face, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, I would see, they see you basically as an individual, a unique individual who doesn't always quite fit in. And they feel a sense of empathy towards you about that. Three of Pentacles keeps wanting to come up. They feel like both of you have some sort of surprise X factor going on. Right? Like, if only someone gave me a chance. It's making me think of, I think this was American Idol, not X Factor, but what was that woman who went on, I can't think of her name right now, but like, she didn't, when she came out, the way that she talked and the way that she looked, people didn't expect much of her, but when she performed, it was like this amazing, beautiful rendition of, I can't think of words of things, but anyways, Susan Boyle is who I'm thinking of. But anyway, it's like that, like, surprise factor of like, oh, you gave me a chance and I knocked your socks off, huh? You know, like you have some sort of contribution, and this person, again, they see that in you, or they think that you have this quality, and it's something that they can relate to. All right. So tell us more. Their thoughts about you can't keep you. I think that they also feel that maybe you hold people at a distance quite a bit. That it's just in general not very easy for you to relate to other people. I think this is how they're seeing like other people in comparison to you. Like you're this person who's like keeping people at a distance, comes across as kind of sad. And they're like, you know, they know that other people are coming across with this Empress and Strength energy, and like no, other people just like, they know how to dominate this social situation. They can't come into church like dressed all to the nines and like acting all holier than thou, and like meeting all the social credit score, and, you know, wearing all the right clothes, saying and doing all the right things. And you're just over here in the corner, just like not trusting anybody, and definitely not winning any social credit scores, or like winning any popularity awards. But they like that about you. Yeah, like they really like that about you. I mean, they feel like you've got it going on. Actually, like they prefer, I think to them it feels more like real or more authentic or something. It's like there's something about you that comes across as very humble. And it makes them, they relate to that because they want, either they want to be humble or they just respect humility, or I think this person actually is humble themselves, very humble. You might see them that way. I think they're not sure if they're humble or not, but they look at you and they're like, wow, look how humble group 2 is. I really respect that. I think this person is also very humble. Like, basically the two of you are a bit of a mirror to each other. So it's interesting. I think a lot of the thoughts that you have had about this person, they've had similar thoughts about you. Just, anyway, they feel like you're misunderstood, or that people, I really wish this stripe was not right across my face. I don't know where specifically this beam of light is coming from. I think this is going to be a losing battle. Where is it coming from? This window behind me, I guess. Anyway, we're just going to have to put up with it. Yeah, I mean, I already said it. Like, they think that maybe you're misunderstood or whatever, or like, just life isn't easy for you. Social situations are not easy for you. Okay, what else should we know here? This person really genuinely notices you. I mean, I feel like, I don't even know that the two of you have had a lot of interaction, but they're definitely deep in their thoughts about you, like noticing your every move. Whether you realize they're doing it or not, they're like noticing your every move. They're kind of like trying to read your body language, any sort of subtle cue or subtle insight into you. Like, they're noticing everything, and they're kind of reading into everything, trying to decipher you. I feel like this person definitely does want to get closer to you or get to know you, right? If I'm correct in saying that you've had minimal interaction, they want, oh yeah, 2 of Cups, they want to get to know you. They feel that you're someone who it would be easy for them to open up to, and they would, and vice versa. They feel like maybe you would open up to them more than you normally do other people. They feel like it's a sort of natural emotional intimacy that the two of you could share. They do feel that you have something going for you in life that makes other people feel kind of butthurt, or like other people feel, I don't know, like almost like their fragile egos are bruised by something about you. Something about you causes other people's egos to be triggered, but it's part of what they like about you. Like, you're not trying to fit in, you're not trying to you're not trying to wear all the clothes that everybody else deems social. You're not trying to be winning the social credit score, right? you're just being yourself. And there is this sort of like, even though you seem kind of like you don't trust people and there's a sadness, you do also come across as sort of like comfortable in your own skin. Like, okay, this is who I am. And I know everybody's not going to like it, but this is who I am. And I'm not just going to like try to pretend that I'm someone else. You know, I do feel like it kind of, one of the things that makes you sad though is knowing that other people don't like this about you. But I think that your interpretation of that is they don't like this because they don't approve of who I am or something. But really, you're triggering almost like jealousy in people, and that's actually what you're picking up on. But the person you're watching this for, they notice this dynamic as well. They're like, yeah, people are jealous of group 2. People wish that they could be this comfortable being their true selves as group 2 is. And they like it too. They're like, man, you know, like I just love, you know, when group 2 lets down their walls and they're just like free and being themselves. Like they're like, man, that is amazing. I love that. So I also feel like this person kind of wants to impress you or something. Like I think that maybe they're trying to impress you at certain times, or like, you know, looking over their shoulder, seeing if they got a reaction from you when they said or did something. Maybe they told a joke, or they just tried to shine or highlight their talents in front of you, and they're like, did group 2 see that? I hope they thought I was really cool just then. Yeah, like I said before, they feel that you're a very humble person, but they're like, if group 2 only knew how much like actual power they have in the situation, like how much people envy you, for example. They're like, you most people would do strange things with that type of social power. It's ironic, they feel that you believe yourself not to have social power, and in fact you do have a lot of social power due to the fact that people are jealous of you being so comfortable in your skin. And they're like, other people, if they had that kind of social power, like they would really like abuse it. Basically, they'd take advantage of that, having that type of social power. But I think that's where they feel that you are humble, because you're not trying to abuse that social power, or you seem oblivious to the fact that you even have it. But yeah, this person has a lot of love for you. They're seeing you as a very loving person, and as I said before, I do feel that they want to get to know you better, but they're also not trying to rush that. You know, they're gonna take their time getting to know you, but they want to develop a lasting connection with you. Right? They don't want it to just to be a fleeting connection. They don't want the two of you to just have like some flash in the pan type of connection. They want this to be a lasting, even if it's only friendship. Like I do feel like this person fancies you in a romantic way, but like even if they could just have friendship with you, I feel like they would want it to be like a lasting, yeah, a beautiful lasting friendship, or a friendship that could develop into romance. I think they would like to have a romantic relationship with you, but they would settle for friendship. They would feel blessed to have friendship as well. And I feel like they will be pursuing getting to know you better. So that's a prediction there. I mean, the advice from your spirit guides would be, when they do that, allow their energy in. I mean, I do feel like they're going to be a little bit cautious in the way they go about it, but you know, like I would say, try to allow this person to befriend you. Yeah, I do feel like they are going to go about it very carefully. So I don't know exactly what that means, but allow them to befriend you, accept that energetically from them as well. Allow them to see, allow yourself to be open, like basically open your energy to this person. Because I feel like this person can read subtle social cues and even energetic cues from people. So even if on like an energetic level, you're putting up these boundaries because you don't tend to trust people or whatever, like they'll respect those boundaries and they won't even approach you if they feel like that's the vibe they're getting. But if they feel like you are like open to like being friends with them, then they will approach you and try to get to know you. Yeah, but I feel like this person would be very careful with you. Yeah, and very, very respectful. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for group number 2. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. You can also get a personal reading from me if you'd like. And with that, I will see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, you chose the 2 of Wands. Welcome to your reading. We're going to find out, why do you stay on this person's mind that you're thinking of? So let me shuffle and we will find out. Why do you stay on this person's mind? Well, they think that you're hot. Queen of Swords. This depiction of the Queen of Swords comes through with like hot energy. They also feel, they think you're hot and they feel like you're very, what is the word that I'm looking for? I mean, basically they think that you're hot is what I'm feeling here. But I feel like it goes I mean, yeah, it's physical hotness, but it's like it goes beyond that. Like you see this like flames shooting out of her crown chakra. Tell me more about this. They think you're hot. Okay. They think you're hot, but they think that you don't know how hot you are, and that makes you even hotter. Yeah. It's like you're carrying this hotness. 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 8 of Swords, but you don't know it. They also love your eyes. And your nose. So whatever you may think about your eyes and your nose, this person just adores those features in particular, but I mean, they also just think that you are hot. They feel like there is nothing about you that this person doesn't find hot. Like your little quirks or things that you might think are kind of like derpy or something, like they find those things to be hot. Yeah, again, there's something about the crown chakra here, because like in this image as well, like there are these butterflies springing out of this person's forehead, crown chakra or third eye chakra, both. Okay. They feel, and even more. I mean, part of it is just this deck, but I've read from this deck many times and I haven't really noticed this. But like, again, we have the crown chakra. This person feels like you understand something about them, or you understand them in a way that nobody else can. You get them. There's something that you get them that nobody else understands. You have a keener than usual insight into who they are. They feel very seen. They feel very seen. Yeah. They feel very seen. They feel very understood. They feel like you read them very well. You read them, and like, whether it's good or bad or all the in between, which I think it is, like everything and all the good and the bad and everything in between, you see it all, right? Like, it makes them feel on top of the world, that you see everything in them. They love being seen by you. They love being understood by you. I feel also they feel there's a sort of ease of communication between the two of you, where it's like you speak so much with your eyes, like maybe even just the way that you look at them or the body language. It's like there's so much that is being communicated in a variety of ways. If you've ever written something to this person, like even a text, an email, a handwritten letter, that was special. I feel like if it's something that they could have kept, well, like you can keep texts and emails as well, like, and handwritten, but like anything you've written to this person, I feel like they have kept it, actually. Yeah, they definitely reread things that you have written to them. The same goes, like, if you've left a voice message or something that they could have saved, they probably have saved that as well. But I'm getting things that you've written, they have. What is this? I think they feel that both of you have something in common of not feeling quite grown up. Like, even if you are a grown up, which I'm assuming most of you are watching, it's like a feeling of like still not quite feeling grown up, or like there's still a sort of kid in me, the child in me. There's some sort of like inner child aspect to the two of you that they feel they can relate to. Or maybe it's just something similar about your childhoods that they can relate to. Okay, yeah. I think it may have been burdens or difficulties from childhood, or there could be some sort of stunted growth related to childhood trauma or childhood experiences, and they feel a sense of connection to you or a bond to you because of that. I also feel there's something here, again, this person thinks that you are hot, and I've already mentioned like eyes and nose, but they also find your body to be hot. And I feel like they may have seen you looking different ways at different phases in your life. But they think you look hot in every way, or wearing different types of clothes. I don't know. This person just thinks that you're hot. I feel also this person has gotten inebriated in some kind of way, whatever it may be, drinking, smoking the reefer or whatever, I don't know. But they think about, or they have thought about you as well when they're in an altered state of mind. Also, they zone out sometimes, I think, when they're watching TV or playing video games or something, and they think about you, or maybe they think about you like they're seeing characters in the TV shows or something that they're watching, and it makes them think about you, or almost like have sort of, I feel like they get intoxicated and or are watching TV shows or movies or something, and it gives them insights into you or something, like it triggers some sort of psychic awareness about you, like they have these aha moments about you. This person definitely has this feeling of home, and it's like a relaxed feeling of home when they think about you. You remind them of home. You feel like home. You have the Chariot, Six of Cups, and Four of Swords. You put them at ease in a certain kind of way, in the way that you feel like home to them and remind them of home. I think also, you know, there have been a lot of people who wanted to attract this person and who like took great lengths to do it, you know, like to try to impress them, and they were impressed by it. You know, it's like people who went out of the way to dress certain ways, or came up to them and talked to them about their interests, thinking that they had common interests, which they probably did. It's like, yeah, they did find this attractive, but it's like to them, they feel like what was different about you, or what is different about you, group 3, is you were never trying to attract them. You just were attractive to them, but you weren't trying to seduce them. You know, they've had people attempt to seduce them, and probably even been successful, but they never felt that you were going out of your way to do that. I think that they felt like you were really just being your natural, unfiltered self. You know, and maybe there were times actually when you felt that you were trying to appeal to them in certain ways, but it wasn't the same as there's something that's hard to exactly put my finger on it. Maybe it's hard for them to put their finger on it too, but it's like it was different coming from other people. It almost like felt like other people were almost like wearing a costume or not being their true selves in order to try to appeal to them. They don't feel like you were ever false in order to try to appeal to them. Yeah, you might have been like, you know, putting a picture or something online that you would think that they might find pretty, but you weren't being fake, I guess. Anyway, that's how they're seeing you. Let's see here. They also never thought, and they may have been wrong about this, but they never thought that you were doing something just for their approval. Like they might have a wrong opinion of you here, you know. You may have been trying to appeal to them, but they feel like you are always just wearing your hair the way that you want to wear it, wearing the clothes that you want to wear. I think sometimes actually they did wonder, though, if you might have been trying to appeal to other people. So this is where this person's own lack of confidence shows up at certain moments, or their uncertainty if you're really that into them. So like, oh, was group 3 wearing such and such because they wanted this other person over there to notice them? Because I don't see how that has anything to do with me, so it must not have been to try to get my attention. I think in general this person feels that you are not that super interested in them in a romantic way. That it's almost like they see you as like maybe being flattered that you can tell that they like you, but it ends at that. Like, oh, I'm flattered that you like me, but I don't necessarily feel the same way. Yeah, and I feel like that kind of makes them sad or disappointed. But again, these are assumptions that they're making. I feel like yeah, I feel like at some point this person may have chosen to pursue a different person than you romantically, simply because they were maybe misreading or misunderstanding you as being not that interested, or like they thought maybe you were just, yeah, maybe you were nice to them, but they didn't really feel like, I don't know. I mean, they just thought that you were being nice. All right, anything else to know about why you are on this person's mind? Man, I feel like so much of this person's world and life experiences circle back somehow in their mind to you. Like they are reminded of you all the time. They could read a newspaper article and it somehow reminds them of you. They go to a particular restaurant, it reminds them of you. They take a drive, it reminds them of you. I think you've almost like put a spell on this person without even realizing it. Yeah. You have put some sort of spell on this person without even realizing it. That's interesting. What does that mean? You've cast a spell. Oh, you cast a spell on them. Okay, as the saying goes. All right. See, spirit guides were trying to get me to say that. You've cast a spell on this person. I don't know that it's not literal that you've cast a spell, even accidentally. It's just like, you know, that is a saying. You've cast a spell on this person. They're enchanted by you. This person is very enchanted by you. Everything that you do, they're enchanted by it. Everything you do is quite interesting to them. Everything about you is like novel and unique, and they're like, oh wow, that's, I don't know, it's like reading a book that you really love and every single chapter, every single word of that book is just golden, and you're like, wow, I can't even believe that such a good book exists. You know, this is how they're viewing you. Every interaction, every memory, every moment. It's like, wow, you are just the gift that never stops giving. You just amaze this person. Yeah, you're just extremely satisfying. This Nine of Cups keeps coming up as well. It's like you are a sort of wish fulfillment to them. Like, you're just everything. If they had to dream up, like a dream person, you know, you would be that dream person. If this person was in like a romantic comedy movie and they had to dream up their like romantic what's the word? The romantic person that they're supposed to fall for in the movie, you would be that dream person. I'm hearing you're like the Drew Barrymore for this person. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why this is coming up, but like I feel like lots of people have like seduced this person or wanted to seduce this person. Why are we being told about this? Because this is coming up multiple times. I feel like this person has had a bad relationship experience and maybe they're more timid about getting back into a relationship now. But they are somewhat open to sexual interactions, and people who try to seduce them specifically for that, they're open to it. But I feel like yeah, this person doesn't want to be in a relationship ever again because they have had such a bad experience in relationships. I feel like this was about someone, not you. They had a bad relationship experience and it's like they don't want to even try to be in a relationship again. Let me just ask, what do they, at this point, what do they want? Because obviously they're thinking about you all the time, right? You've cast a spell on them. But what do they want with you? King of Pentacles. The Hierophant. The Ten of Cups. I mean, this is all saying that they do want a relationship with you, but I just asked the cards specifically before I pulled these, like a yes or no, do they want a relationship with you? So I'm confused. The World, they want it all with you. They want it all. So why did I get that? Okay, they do want it all with you, but they don't think that you would want that. And if you don't want it, then they don't want it. They don't want it unless they're convinced that you also want it. Yes, they do want a relationship with you, but they want a relationship with you that you also want. But they don't think that's a possibility. That's where we are. I hope that makes sense. They want you to want it all with them. And if you did, or if they felt convinced that you did, then they would also want it all with you. But they're not convinced that you want it all with them. Therefore, they don't want it because they don't want to be with you in that way, feeling like you don't actually want to be there. And that's sort of like the nagging feeling that they would have. You know? Maybe I feel like this is projection because I kind of feel like both of you might assume that of each other. Like maybe you're assuming that they would have one foot out the door. They're assuming that you would have one foot out the door. And in any case, when I'm asking your spirit guides for advice, they're saying be open for further insights. There are more insights to come about this person, and I feel like they're going to come to you also, like maybe when you're listening to music or watching TV or a movie or something, and it's like you're going to understand something about this person. Like it will just dawn on you, it will occur to you. You're like, oh, okay, now I'm getting something about this person that I didn't realize before. So just a heads up from your spirit guides that there are more insights to come about them. Okay, well, that's what I've got, group 3. That was an interesting reading. Let me know how that landed for you. This was the first reading that seemed like explicitly romantic. The other 2 could have been even about platonic people, but they could have also been about romantic, but I'm just saying. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.